Yo, sending my man Will into the chat right now. I actually woke up late today, but hey, what is going on, guys? Today, we got a new microphone. Hopefully, everything is going well for y'all. But we're getting the ticketer and everything up. The Golden State Warriors went 120 to 110. All right, they're going to the NBA Finals. Man, oh man. Oh, God. What a game. What a game, to be honest. So I want to hear your thoughts down below, what you guys think of this series. And let's get right into today's topics. There's a handful of things we can talk about. There's things that we can't talk about. But I think it's definitely a interesting day as, hey, this team just won against the Dallas Mavericks, who weren't an easy opponent. So good for them. They're fighting. But hey, I want to hear your thoughts down below. Who do you think is going to win the NBA championship and why? But over here, we're going to have the odds put on. If you guys want to see it, we're setting up the odds down below. The betting on the lines. I think the lines are very much similar to what they were, except once. Plus, the only thing I got to switch is Heat spread. What's the spread today? The spread is plus 8.5. Damn. Did not expect that. They're expecting who to lose? They're expecting Miami to lose today. And I didn't expect that. I honestly thought Miami was going to win this, but Miami looks like they're going to go home sad, okay, and have the possibility, to be the losers. While the Miami Heat just are going to go home, and the Boston Celtics looks like they're going to go to the NBA championship, which is ridiculous to think about, okay, because this is a team that a few months ago, everyone was talking crap like they couldn't do shit. So that's where I'm just mind blown by all this. And Miami, I thought was the favorite. I honestly thought they were gonna win it, but turns out I'm wrong. Now Jackson has joined us. What up?
That's good.
Not much. Just over here putting up the odds. Oh my god, I was just halfway through putting this odds thing, and I think it just deleted half the work I did.
Oh hell yeah! I'll just talk my shit for
Okay.
you. Ooh, another day, another dollar, another day, another proper prediction. Um, Made a video. Start of the series: Warriors in 5, Celtics in 6. It's looking like it's going to come to fruition. And I think I said this on the last episode, but it's not always easy being this right. I mean, it's a lot of responsibility to be making the proper prediction. So I'm gonna go as far to say is the Warriors are clearly the Warriors are winning the finals in my eyes.
100%. 100%. There's no other team that's going to win the finals. I agree with you. Continue.
That's it. I just yeah. I think we'll. I don't think your Heat and 7 prediction holds up well, but I think Boston clears them out tonight. My issue with Boston is I don't think Tatum and Brown are gonna play. I don't think they're gonna be able to carry the Celtics to 4 victories against Clay, Steph, and Dre. And then my hot take, my prediction is I've got Clay winning Finals MVP.
I have Andrew Wiggins winning
Do
Finals
you
MVP.
really?
Yes,
That's sick.
I just think the whole story just also look at my chest hair popping out like taco meat.
Damn, that's
Um,
pretty sick. I got none.
really? Oh, dude, it's awful. It's awful. This is just being an Italian Jew. Uh, but Andrew Wiggins, I just think it would be the greatest crescendo of all time if he not only became the super aggressive best version of himself in the playoffs, but also topped it off with the cherry of Finals MVP.
That'd be cool.
I think everyone would like want him to get a pay raise.
Yeah, right. I was just seeing Nick Wright's take about Andrew Wiggins being a bad basketball player.
I hate Nick Wright.
Yeah, hasn't aged well for him.
Nick Wright he's with Fox Sports, correct?
Yeah.
He's Fox Sports white version of Stephen A. Like they have Skip Bayless, but Wright is literally Stephen A. Like he just says preposterous shit.
He does say preposterous shit. He does do that.
Man, this finals, I felt bad for Luka. At the same time, you probably thought this Mavs team was already thinking like, "Hey, we made it farther than we were expected. Win." Or you think they're upset?
Oh, yeah, I think they're pissed. I mean, I just saw them come back against the Suns every game. So you take down the top seed in the West, you're thinking, yo, it's my man Anthony in the chat. What's good, Anthony? How you doing? Shit. What's up, 81? I would say the Mavs beat the Suns, so they're thinking, yeah, we can beat every team in the NBA, and they're pissed right now. And Luka's he's a liability defensively, and they're gonna have to make some tweaks.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really think about the fact that I honestly thought them making it to the Western Conference Finals and losing wasn't that big of a deal for them, but I didn't even think about the fact that they beat the Phoenix Suns, who were the #1 seed. So you're pretty upset if you lose the next round because you beat the best team in your conference.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think about that. Plus, the Warriors almost lost at one point during the playoffs. Like,
Yeah.
it looked like they were going to lose against the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
So, interesting as hell. Who do you have winning tonight, Boston or Miami?
I've got Boston for sure. For sure.
I got Miami just because I want my fucking prediction to come out. Okay, I'm not abandoning that prediction. I'm not abandoning it at all.
Yeah, props.
I'm staying here with it. Will I admit that the Boston Celtics might win this game? Yes, this is any game. But any game, the other team might win that game. But I'm taking the money line, any bet that favors the Miami Heat. So Miami will cover the spread. They'll score over 201 points, and they'll take the money line. If you're on like FanDuel, I think you can take all three of those bets. Take them. Okay, Miami, they ain't going home. Jimmy Butler with a bad knee is dropping 60.
What the hell? Ain't no way that happens. Kyle Lowry's gonna have another game run around doing nothing and then retire. And yeah.
I actually made a video last week about Bam Adebayo potentially becoming a superstar. Has not aged well. He had one good game.
Yeah, he did have that good game.
Yeah, that was an amazing game where I was like, oh my fucking god, Bam Adebayo. Just like literally they just kept getting, he just went to the rack. And then last two games, I've literally seen Robert Williams making his bitch.
Yeah. The Time Lord.
Yeah, Robert Williams. Even Al Horford. Al Horford's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Al Horford was never like an elite rim protector, but it feels like he's averaging 2 blocks a game in the playoffs currently.
He's just like a fine wine.
Yeah, I guess he gets better with age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting the spreadsheets.
I know, I saw that show hitting the spreadsheets.
So this is like one of my good buddies, and he just moved to New York. Man, everything this dude's posting on food wise is like, whoo.
Food wise?
Yeah.
In New York City?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Like it looked like I forget what sandwich it was, but it was like, I've always wanted to get like a Reuben in New York City.
I was about to say, you've never had a Reuben?
No.
You don't think you've ever had a Reuben?
Nah, no way. I'd love a Reuben.
A Reuben's cool. Do you like rye bread?
No.
Yeah, it usually comes on like rye bread or marbled rye bread, and you know what I really like, and I just tried it? Pastrami.
Oh, pastrami's really good, dude.
Dude, it's literally like corned beef, but like pastrami. It's fucking
pastrami's
amazing.
good.
I've never had it before. I had a pastrami sandwich the other week. Oh my god!
Throw some like mustard on it.
I threw mustard on all sandwiches. Every sandwich deserves mustard. Okay, you throw ketchup on fries and on side things. Mustard is specifically for sandwiches and hot dogs.
Hell yeah! Nice.
So, Mr. 81, this is one of my subscribers. We've exchanged messages before on Instagram. I don't even know your name, bud, but Mr. 81. Because he wants Miami Heat to save the day to keep Boston from taking over. I think Boston and LA are tied for most championships at 17 apiece. So I don't really care about that.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
like we both can agree like 11 of those championships are from Bill Russell, and like I don't know how many of the Lakers are from the Minneapolis, George Mikan, etc. But half of those championships are like from the back in the day where they're dribbling up to the shoulder and they call Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Lou Alcindor and they're like doing hook shots. So,
Yeah.
that's also like how I imagine everyone would dribble. They just dribble like this. Say, you open, say. We got his rebound. He dropped it right here. Trevor Fields. Do you remember Landry Fields? Played for the New York Knicks right before they traded for Carmelo Anthony and Danilo Gallinari. They traded away.
I think so.
All right, so he was a second-round pick for the Knicks, and the thing was that he played like 5 years in the NBA as like this kind of like do-everything guy. He had like a really good rookie year and never was able to live up to it. But now he's the assistant general manager of the Atlanta Hawks, and like worked his way up from being a college scout on the San Antonio Spurs to G League general manager of the Austin Spurs to now assistant general manager of the Hawks, and he's only 33.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
He played from 2010 to 2015, retired due to injuries, went straight into working as a scout.
Wow.
I'm like, if Landry Fields is ever interviewed by any of the teams I like, I want them to hire him. I really don't know anything. I just lump him as a player, and he's done a decent job.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any players that you've like followed their entire careers?
D-Rose.
D-Rose.
Yeah.
We got Gangadar. What's your favorite NBA team, irrespective of whether they're in the finals or not?
It's a busy chat today.
Yeah, it is a very busy chat.
I like it. My favorite team's doubles. Double Zach.
I got 3 teams. I'm a weirdo. They all have like some sort of. I guess the top one's the Timberwolves, just because I was born there. Minnesota, I was born, lived there for like 5 years, and then my first jersey was a Kevin Garnett jersey. But I moved to Florida from the year 04 to 09, and my school used to give out $5 Orlando Magic tickets. And my first Orlando Magic game I ever went to was Dwight Howard, Keto Turkley, Rashard Lewis, Jameer Nelson, Rafael Alston, Skip to my Lou. A few other guys like Mikhail Petrus, and we saw the Washington Wizards led by Gilbert Arenas.
Whoa.
Go against Dwight Howard. And then 2 years later, I moved to the suburbs of Baltimore, and they had the draft lottery. And it was off the wall, off the wall, off the wall, John Wall, John Wall. And I remember going to Miss Fernandez's class in 4th grade the next day, and Adrian Charchalis, I don't even know if that's fine that I said his full name, but looked over at me. He said, "Sir, did you watch the draft lottery?" I was like, "Yeah." And he started doing the John Wall, John Wall. You could walk around, everyone's doing the John Wall. So it's the Wizards, Magic, Timberwolves. If any team offered me to work for them, I'd leave. I'd quit my job and work for either or 3 of those NBA teams.
Oh, I think I would too.
I think any NBA team, if you want to call me up, take me. I'll be your video coordinator. I'll splice together the best videos.
Hell yeah.
So fill me in tonight. Who do you think is going to be your matchup?
I'm gonna go. I think Tatum seals it. I think Jaylen Brown has a good. I think they just go full Batman and Robin tonight. I think Tatum controls, dominates 33, and then Brown controls, dominates 24. And then the Celtics team defense, led by Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, and Time Lord, and Al Horford.
Marcus Smart complained for that award. I want to put that out there. Marcus Smart would, like, I saw a tweet. This was the first defensive player of the year that was like a really, damn, he really gave it to him. Say, I have to pull up the tweet because it includes a word I can't say, but it was just like they really just gave Marcus Smart the award because he was annoying. He like annoyed the shit out of them. I gotta pull this tweet up because this is like low key the greatest tweet that explains why Marcus Smart won this award.
Because he's a freaking stud. I feel so happy I picked him. I went 4.5 out of.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, he's good, but he's no Marcus Smart. Triple J is cool.
All right, Triple J.
I went 5.5 out of 6 on my picks this year, so I'm happy.
I honestly had DeJounte Murray winning most improved. I don't get why John Morant won it. John Morant just kind of like upped his stats. It wasn't most improved.
DeJounte's a goddamn dog, dude.
Yeah, DeJounte should have won most improved. Like, he actually improved his stats significantly. Ja just kind of, like, increased them.
Yeah, I don't like any of the awards.
All right. Ready? We're going to share this screen right here. This is what I'm saying about Marcus Smart. I don't know how I found this, but hey. All right. Right here. This was the tweet I was looking at. This tweet encapsulates why Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year. Literally, I felt like for the last 2 months before they announced it, all he was doing was just tweeting, "Can't ever give a Defensive Player of the Year to nobody not named Gary Payton II. They never give it a guy Defensive Player of the Year, not named GB." I just said GB2, but GB1.
GB1.
But you have to admit, he literally complained all year about.
I never knew that.
Okay, maybe I'm just sitting here and I just found it so annoying. Like, I would see it all the time. He would just be like, "You're not going to give me Defensive Player of the Year. You don't give guards Defensive Players of the Year."
Do you not like, well, actually, quick question, yes or no question. Personally, do you like Marcus Smart?
Yeah, but I wouldn't want him on my goddamn team.
Okay, so yeah, there we go. So do you think that has anything to do with his school?
Oklahoma State? No.
Yeah,
I actually didn't know he went to OSU until, like, after. Like, I've always liked Marcus Smart, and I think he plays championship basketball, especially this season. But I just think this season is a lightning in a bottle in the sense that Marcus Smart is a reckless-ass player on offense. Like, he's so reckless. Like, this year, he's been very, like, monotone, like, efficient and good and consistent. But most of the time, Marcus Smart on both ends of the floor is a bull in a china shop. Like yeah, he might do some really good stuff, but there's, like, a possibility that he does some erratic, reckless play. Like, this season's been the exception. We haven't seen it as much, but he's a guy who's just very unpredictable with what he'll do. Because everything he does, he's trying to win. And it's a great thing. I just don't think if I was building a team, Marcus Smart would more likely be off the bench for me than a starting lineup. In a dream fantasy draft, you know? Or he's a great piece, but he's obviously your fifth option on offense.
Yeah, I mean, now he's kind of becoming – this year he had a good kind of all-around, like you're talking about, year. Kind of the first time we've seen consistent both sides, mainly offense, though. I mean, do you know what he averaged this year?
Marcus Smart probably like 14 points a game if I had to go off the top of my head. Let's see.
Right here.
12. I wasn't far off.
He only averaged 12 points?
Yeah, he doesn't score, dude.
What the hell?
He's a career 10.5 points per game, 4.5 assists, and if you pull up his turnover ratio, I think this is his career low in turnovers, but he's a guy who averaged, he's averaged about 2 turnovers a game on only like 2 or 3 assists. Not really an
Whoa,
efficient
no, 2 or 3 assists.
on 2 turnovers. Like
What do
he's
you
a,
What do you mean?
what is he? He's career like 3 to 5 assists per game, and
This year it's 6 though.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying for his career.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I guess you're bringing up a good point. I wouldn't like if I was building a team, even if like I guess like on like my Chicago Bulls, like I'd take him because we have our scores, but like on like a Rockets, I wouldn't. I got nothing for him. Although he's a cool player, he's a cool energy guy. He's kind of like a better Patrick Beverly, almost. Kind of like more tame, I guess. Bev likes to. I don't know. Marcus Smart's like he's more OG than Pat Bev somehow. He's like just seems harder. I remember watching him at Oklahoma State and he got into that. I forget what he did with the fan, but there was some fan issue. I forget what he did. I think he
Marcus
got.
Smart.
Yeah. Do you remember what he did at Oklahoma? He did something with a fan at Oklahoma State during a game.
Probably punched him, if anything.
Well, it might have been a punch. It might have been a punch, but ever since that moment, it was like, oh shit, like he's not messing.
One second. My girlfriend over here is like drunk as shit. She just blew me up, so I just kind of told her I'm not responding mid recording something. So like you're just gonna have to hold off. So just kind of relegated her.
Yeah, she can hop in the chat and get the watch time up.
Yeah, she's she's up in Boulder. She like went out with some friends, so I'm not gonna deal with that. Do I sound better today though?
Yeah.
Got the Rode podcaster. It's like a massive mic.
Oh yeah. I wanted to respond to that picture and say like I've always wanted a pocket pussy, but I didn't.
It does. It looks like a dick. It looks like a dick, really. But I'm cool with it. I was happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
So we're looking at this right now, and I do want to say, I do think this NBA playoffs is a little bit strange in the sense that, what's with all the blowouts? It's literally, especially with the Boston Miami series, we're seeing every other game. Team that wins blows out the other team. Like there hasn't been really a competitive. There hasn't been a double overtime game. That's what I usually look forward to playoffs, is that overtime, double overtime, triple overtime game that everybody at the end of the third overtime is just like, can someone just make the fucking shot? Let's go home. I don't even care about this game anymore.
Yeah, maybe the NBA isn't rigged after all. If tonight's game is a Heat blowout and then Game 7's a Celtics blowout, I will be shocked. I think tonight's game will be a little bit more closer. I think it'll be another ugly, boring offense league game. Like, I think it'll be – I'll go Boston 101 and Miami 96. That's my final score prediction. So I think it's going to be another snoozer offensively. I don't mind the blowouts. I'm getting ready for the finals.
I wouldn't mind the blowouts. All right, so first off, who's the better team to face up against the Golden State Warriors? Are we both going to agree it's the Boston Celtics due to health?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone else that we could. I think the Miami Heat would be the only ones you'd be paying attention to, and they haven't necessarily improved themselves drastically, if I had to say. So, like, they honestly got worse through the playoffs.
Yeah, they've kind of lost their momentum.
And that's what I'm thinking. So, that kind of just, I look at this. Okay, we talked about this earlier. There's no one who could beat the Golden State Warriors. They're too good. They're too deep of a roster. I don't know how you have it. Who's going to cover Andrew Wiggins? Because Andrew Wiggins is going to cover Jimmy Butler or Bam Adebayo. Then you're still going to have Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. A plethora of guys off the bench that I have the names of Damian Lee, Otto Porter Jr., Juan Skylar Anderson. They're just too deep. The Warriors are too deep. And Gary Payton II's coming back. I just hit this off my ear.
GP2 is coming back.
Supposed to. Actually, I'm gonna send this through my shoulder, my shirt, so it's not. But yeah, so supposedly GB2, when he fractured his elbow, it was only a 4 to 6 week injury, 8 weeks being the most. And by the time the NBA playoffs happen, it'll be, I think, 6 to 8 weeks. Happened early.
How? I thought it happened second round of the playoffs. Game 1? No.
Gary.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe it was game 2, but I thought this injury. Damn, why does that feel like? Why does Warriors Grizzlies feel so long ago?
Because it was 5/18 actually. So
Yeah.
Gary Payne, significant elbow injury. Let's see, how long will he be out? He'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks. Yeah, they're being a-holes and they're not telling me when he can come back.
So yeah, maybe he gets reevaluated on the second, and they think, all right, you're back.
Because they put out they wrote NBC Sports the other day. I'll share this. Dude, StreamYard acts like I'm like allowing the Nazis in when I my screen. They're like, they asked me like 3 times, "Are you sure you want to share your screen?" Yes, I don't have child pornography on it. Right here, look at this thing. Gary Payne not ruled out a Western Conference.
Oh shit, dude. So it happened. So it didn't happen on May 18th.
May 15th. Or something like that. Beginning of May.
But then wait, so what was the title of that article?
Gary Payne may come back during the Western Conference Finals.
Oh shit, okay. I gotcha. I think yeah,
Shea Texan. Yo, I want to say Heat in the 7. I'm staying with Heat in the 7. Shea Texan. I will stay with Heat in 7 because I'm a true. I stick with my takes. I don't abandon them. I also think Chet Holmgren will be the 3rd pick. I'll get into more on that, but I hate Chet Holmgren. I don't actually hate him, but I would just never draft him if I was a franchise. That's probably rude as shit, but him and I have the same build. If only he's a bit taller than me. NBA players should not have the same build as me.
What about Mobley Mob though? He's
Mobley's different though. He has that Kevin Durant skinny type build. Chet Holmgren's like totally skinny.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Durant and Evan Mobley, they look skinny, but they're so long that they're actually like 250 pounds, but it's just very proportionate. So it's all very elongated muscles. While I believe Chet Holmgren is like Poku, or even like we're seeing with, I'm trying to think of another skinny guy. I just don't think he's gonna. I'm not gonna say he's injury prone, but I think he's just gonna be a more mobile defensive version of Andre Barjani, and that's his floor, which is a very good borderline all-star player. But what about attacking the rim? He's not gonna be able to bang down low with Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid or Jonas Valanciunas or Steven Adams. Those guys are just gonna literally make him their lunch meat. All those guys are 100 pounds heavier than him.
Yeah, I think Chet will just drain threes then.
That's what I'm saying. Andre Barjani 2.0, who plays better defense and is more mobile, because he'll be a rim protector. He'll protect the rim. He'll get steals. But Holmgren will just launch threes like he's Andre Barjani.
So Mobley is 15 pounds heavier than he is coming out of college.
Since?
I think, yeah, Mobley was 210. Chet's 195. He'll be at least 200 by draft. I'm not worried for Chet. I think he'll gain it.
He's an ectomorph though, which means he has narrow shoulders, he has slender muscles, and he's more prone to having a higher metabolism and has a harder time putting on body fat, which with narrow shoulders we're seeing with Poku who hasn't been able to put on any weight and is still at like under 200 pounds because when you have these ectomorph body frames, which I myself have, you have more narrow shoulders, which you're like more like this. You want guys like broad shoulder, like Giannis Antetokounmpo. You see how broad their shoulders are? Yeah, like you gotta get the broad shoulders, and it's like he can put muscle on. Chet Holmgren can probably put 15, 20 pounds of muscle on, but anything more is just gonna be hard for Chet Holmgren.
I'll take 20, 210, or 215.
Still tiny. Like I bet you Evan Mobley, if he came in at 210, he's probably right now at 220, 225. Like Anthony Davis, I remember Giannis Antetokounmpo. He came in at 180 pounds. Giannis Antetokounmpo, they literally said, will not be effective unless he reaches that 220-pound mark. What did he do? By year 3, when he broke out, he was at 215. By year 4, when he fully broke out, he was at 225. I think he's at
Chet's got to start eating.
and probably doing a little bit more called peptides and maybe some HGH, but the NBA uses so much.
What?
You don't know the NBA uses PEDs? They've been busted before and they didn't suspend anyone.
What?
Search up the biogenesis scandal of 2008. Yeah, you remember the
Whoa, that's crazy.
LeBron had to get a non-cancerous tumor removed from his jaw, and it was a benign tumor that the only way you get that tumor is either through genetics, which is very unlikely, and second, excess steroid PED use because it was a benign tumor or cyst. But then Dwight Howard at the same clinic, remember that back injury he suffered? That he had a cyst the size of, I think it was 2 foot long cyst.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So we got traded from the Magic to Lakers. Dwight had a cyst on his back that was, I believe, it was like 2 feet long and 1 foot wide. Like it was the biggest.
Jeez. What is this called?
Biogenesis, BIOGENISIS scandal. This is the one you remember when A-Rod got caught?
Yeah.
This is how A-Rod got caught. The NBA ignored it and only suspended Hedo Turkoglu and I believe Rashard Lewis were the only 2 players who got suspended. And ironically enough, 2 years after this scandal, or 3 years after the scandal, was when LeBron won the championship with the Cavs. But you remember mid-season he left to go back to Miami for a month, and then he came back and he was like bigger and better than ever. People think he went back to Miami to juice.
Wow.
And why do you think all these players go to Europe for the summer for like a month or 2 and then come back specifically around Croatia, Berlin, and Austria? Those 3.
The culture?
I mean, maybe. Or those 3 countries are the leaders in pharmaceutical and just like medicine. So they're creating drugs that don't show up on drug tests.
That's crazy. Are you the YouTuber who did LeBron take PEDs that did well?
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah. So I've never seen that. Is your take yes?
Yeah. I literally, that was me scouring the internet for like hundreds of hours. Give me 1 second to plug in my charger. My Mac was dying, but yeah, I had a video. It's done really well. It's from Super Longboard. It's really shitty produced, but it's basically me going through a bunch of Reddit posts, and I literally figure out that LeBron takes PEDs, like, and other players, like the NBA is hiding the fact that it's like Icarus. And have you seen Icarus?
No.
Icarus is, so my laptop dies, this is when the stream will end, because I didn't bring a charger. So fuck myself. But either way, Icarus was this documentary on Netflix. You should watch it. It's about the Russian Federation doping scandal, where they would go out and they would use a scapegoat, who was usually some shit player, as the positive test to show the doping people that, hey, our doping system, actually anti-doping system, works. Like, look, every year we have 1 or 2 guys who uses it, specifically shitty guys. So I personally believe what the NBA does is the last person to be suspended for PEDs was DeAndre Ayton for a diuretic last season, and he was also suspended with another player. And there was also actually Jalen Harris who was also suspended. And for a diuretic, which all it does is it dilutes your pee. Basically, if they find out you're on a diuretic, they're like, okay, so you were on steroids, but you took the diuretic
Mm.
to dilute your pee. So the only thing when you're on a diuretic, it basically what it does, if you have anything in your system, it dilutes your pee so much that the only thing they can tell that's in your system is a diuretic, which basically tells them you took the diuretic to hide what you actually took. We can't tell what you actually took, but we know you took something to mask it, so we're going to suspend you for masking what you took.
Mm. Okay.
So that's what a diuretic does. Peptides, first off, HGH is, I'm not a doctor, so I can't say it's safe, but HGH is like not that bad for you in the sense that it's all natural. You literally can take breast milk, and I think you mix it with like human breast milk, and I think you mix it with like sugar or something, shake it, and it turns into human growth hormone. You make human growth hormone at home. Yeah. It's like super easy to make. It's amazing. It makes everything grow. Everything grow, even your dick.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Your hands grow, your feet grow. It's literally HGH is what they give. You have friends with Crohn's disease or any autoimmune disease growing up that they were super short and then they gave them steroids and they grew.
Whoa.
You didn't have any friends who had Crohn's disease or something like that? So I had multiple friends who were like 5 foot until we were like 15, and then when we were 15, they either got discovered Crohn's disease or some autoimmune disease that stunted their growth. So they would tell them to give them steroids, but if you read the thing, they're giving them basically human growth hormone, and these
Wow.
kids grow from like 5 foot to 6 foot.
I was 5 feet at 15.
Yeah, and they grow. They give these guys HGH and they grow.
I should be taking HGH.
How tall are you?
Like 5'8.5".
I'm a 6'1".
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Love to be 6'1". Be sick.
6'1", yeah, 6'1" with shoes on. I'm like on a good day, no shoes on, 6 foot. I've been
That's money.
5'11", 4/5 or whatever you call it.
Were you juicing?
Huh?
Were you juicing?
No, the biggest I actually ever got, like I'm 155, 160 pounds, but during
What?
yeah, I'm
At
like
6'1"?
yeah, 155 to 160. Dude, I'm like Chet Holmgren, bro.
That's what I weigh.
Like
Yeah, jeez. You can see your ribs.
Yeah, I'm like Chet Holmgren, bro. I'm not even telling
Yeah,
I can't gain weight. I literally can't. That's a lie. During quarantine, I got up to 185 pounds. Like working out twice a day, playing basketball for 3 hours a day, and I wasn't lifting any weights. It was all I was doing. At least 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 crunches, and like I think it was like 10-minute planks or something like that. But like not at once. I would do like 5.
Oh, okay.
5 2-minute planks.
Okay. Yeah.
And I remember like being weighed at my doctor's appointment. They're like, "You've gained 25 pounds during quarantine." I was just like, I'm literally just working out all day. Like I have nothing better to do except be outside of the basketball court shooting hoops and just doing crunches and push-ups and shit. Just because it was like,
Yeah.
mess. I felt great though.
Yeah.
Had abs. I was like, I felt like Hercules.
I've always wanted abs.
It's like the easiest thing you can do. If you just go right now every day for the next month, 100 crunches, 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, just push yourself through it. Literally in a week and a half, you'll have it come in, and by the end of the month, you'll have
What?
it. Yeah, abs are the easiest thing. Like, if you don't have much fat on you, it takes you a week and a half to get rid of the fat, 2 weeks, and then especially if you add running, if you go on a run every day, then by the end of the month, you'll have a six-pack that you'll barely need to flex. If you do 100 push-ups, 100 crunches every single day.
I do at least 100 push-ups every day. No abs. I work out and I run every day, like 6 days a week, and I have no abs.
Or sit-ups.
Do crunches.
Yeah, like if you hate sit-ups, just do planks and crunches. Like
I hate planks.
Okay, so sit-ups, yeah. Planks are like low-key the best, but yeah, like.
Yeah, I'll do planks if I got it, but it's unideal.
Yeah, I mean, I hate running, but like I love running at the same time because I'm like Duncan Robinson out on the court off ball. I'm like nonstop moving. Like my friends always say they're like, I would hate to play defense against you because I'm not the most athletic person, so I just run. I just run for days. I played soccer growing up. Like I just run, so I just keep running and running until I'm open. You know, because
Yeah.
at one point they're just gonna be like, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna keep
Yeah.
chasing this guy who's like setting 5 picks every offensive series and cutting back and forth." Because that's all I do. I literally sprint one side, sprint back, sprint to the front, set pick, sprint everywhere, and literally I'm just like, if every game my roommate would look at me and be like, "I would hate to guard you." I would literally look at everyone else and be like, "Who wants to guard him? I'm not running." You played any sports growing up?
I played baseball, basketball, golf, mainly.
Which one do you think you were most efficient at?
I was pretty good at baseball, and then I was only like 5 feet in freshman year. Freshman year. I was probably like 4'10", 4'11".
What?
Yeah, I look funny I look so goofy. My
What?
friends,
Freshman year of college?
no, freshman year of high
Oh,
school.
I was like,
Yeah, no.
bro, what?
So I did convert to golf. So
Yeah, my girlfriend's dad is I was gonna say professional, but he is
oh
like,
yeah, what?
is
The
a
professional golfer.
my neighbor's a professional baseball player, AJ Burnett Sr.
Oh, that's sweet. I don't know who that is, but that's sweet.
Won like a World Series with the Yankees. He played for like 20 years in the MLB. He retired like 10 years
Damn.
ago.
Wow.
Yeah, he played for the Yankees for like 10 years.
That's sweet. Jeez.
He lives like I couldn't throw a football, but I can like walk to his house up the road from my neighbor.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He goes to one of my dad's businesses. My dad's owns all the time, and like I just like the other day we were at my sister's high school prom pictures, and I felt so bad for the guy because like probably 40 people were just flocking him. And like he always comes to my dad's store because like we don't treat him like he's like a bit like my dad.
Yeah.
My dad could give 2 fucks about baseball, so he's just like, and like my dad carries like his, because he dips a specific type of Kodiak. So my dad is the one who plays in like the local area that sells his dip for him. So he comes in all the time. My dad like talk.
Nice.
Geek, but my girlfriend's dad is a high level baseball coach. Like he's had a bunch of college offers to go, but he coaches like he plays against like high level, I guess, other baseball clubs and high schools in the Colorado area. Like he coaches Chatfield, but he faces like Ballard, which is where Christian McCaffrey went for high school. And
Nice.
it's going back to your baseball thing. I didn't think baseball guys were that much of athletes anymore because my thought process is if you're an athlete, you're either playing basketball or football. That's really where you're gonna make your money. Like if you're an actual athlete who knows they can go professional, you're playing football or basketball before you even think about baseball or soccer. Do you think that?
Yeah.
Okay, work. Because I was just making sure, like, as you being a baseball guy, I wasn't being like stupid with that.
No, or yeah, you do that or like boxing.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or wrestling's a big one too.
Yeah.
And because most of the times, if you're an athlete playing baseball, the football or basketball coach is going to come up to you and be like, "You shouldn't be playing baseball. You should come over here, be a wide receiver on my football team. Baseball ain't worth your time. Baseball is going to make you play in the minor leagues. Do you want to play in the minor leagues?
No.
Do you want to go to college for free? Do you want to have a chance to go in the NFL or NBA?
Yeah, I do.
Players, that's what I'm saying. You rather you rather do that. That's what.
Yeah, I know somebody. I don't know. Do you watch football?
Yeah, I love football. I've just over the years with a girlfriend who hates football, she started pointing out all the flaws in football. So now when I watch football, I'm like, you've ruined football.
What's like one quick flaw actually? Because I've never.
Too slow.
It is super slow. I only watch the Packers. I can't watch random football games.
I
but
watch NFL Red Zone. That's what I.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But I know, like, if you know the Bears, Cole Kmet went to my high school.
Really?
And so, yeah. And he played baseball and football and did that in high school and college. And then he went and did football because he's like, what is he, like 6'5", something?
6'6",
like
something like that.
He's a beast. And I actually sat next to him in math. And he's like, he's a great kid. My cousin's is good buddies with him, but he's funny as hell. So rooting for him, but he played both.
I don't think I've ever sat next to, like, been friends with someone who, besides professional lacrosse players, I've done so many drugs and gotten fucked with so many professional lacrosse players right now. Yeah, like, I know, or even ones that go to the Like I know Maryland's championship team last year. I think I got fucked up with like 3 of the guys from that championship team in high school. So like a lot of the lacrosse teams, if you look at them, they're all from Maryland. The players, so half of them I feel like I've either mutually know or just gotten fucked up with. But the closest celebrity I've ever met, like football wise or baseball or basketball, besides AJ Brunette, is Braxton Brown. He's the younger Brown brother. I don't know why I said it like that, but he's the younger brother of Orlando Brown Jr. and the youngest son of Orlando Brown Sr. Orlando Brown, starting left tackle, was the starting left tackle for right tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. Got traded to the Chiefs when he requested a trade. He's starting left tackle now for the Chiefs. Orlando Brown.
Oh,
Their father died like 10 years. His father died actually when we were classmates, and then he moved to Atlanta. I've never seen him back
damn.
again. Yeah. Also, what a waste. Braxton was huge, like literally a lineman-sized kid in like 7th grade in Miss Cogdale's class in social studies. And what a waste. What a waste of talent. Like your brother went to the NFL, second-round pick. What are you doing, bud? Also, you know, Randall Cunningham's son was like a 4-star recruit, and then he quit football to be a gay ballerina. Like, there's nothing
What?
wrong about being gay, but like,
Being a gay.
like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, if, suck as many dicks as you want. I could care less. Like, if my son ended up, I'd tell him be a champ. Okay, but I have nothing wrong with it. I just wanted to preface that yes, Randall Cunningham's son was, I think, like a top 100 recruit in football. Quit football. Like, rejected the scholarships to be a ballerina.
That's crazy.
Maybe it's not a ballerina. Maybe it's some sort of actual dance. But I know it's like dancing, like
Yeah.
leotards.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can just be a ballerina as well. Like what if I just told? I'm always looking for something to like something funny to tell people when they ask me what I do. Like, I think my like imports exports is kind of funny, but
My dad had that business. He
uh,
owned it.
yeah, I don't know anything like about an import or an export, but like a ballerina might be just kind of like a ballerina. What?
Oh
I'll have
yeah.
to use that.
Do you know Randall Cunningham's son died from drowning in the pool?
What?
Yeah.
The other son or the
The youngest. He was 2 years
okay?
old.
Dang.
Also, Randall Cunningham is a born again Christian and became ordained to be a Protestant minister and founded a church called the Remnant Ministries in Las Vegas, and he's the team chaplain for the Las Vegas Raiders now.
That's so cool. Good for him. Nice.
All right, wait. His son's actually like insane at track and field.
How many sons does he have?
He has a few.
It's just throwing them out. Yeah,
He's a bunch. I mean, well, his son and daughter both competed in the Olympics.
damn.
All right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Randall Cunningham's son isn't gay and it's somebody else's. So, Randall Cunningham, I'm sorry for calling your son gay. Your son isn't gay. He isn't a ballerina. There is another quarterback. Somebody's son is gay and a ballerina. If you figure that out, please let me know. That was bad.
Yeah, no one send this. Don't share this episode.
Don't share this episode with Randall Cunningham. Just tell Randall Cunningham. I guess. I don't know.
Tell him the last 10, 20 minutes audio cuts out and just listen to the first half hour.
Yeah, listen to the first half hour. All right. At least next week, I will.
Ooh,
be
it's
back
Friday.
in town in
Nice.
Kansas. I have phone calls set up with Kansas Radio and
Hey.
Kansas National Public Radio. So
Woohoo.
there's going to be 2 options. The first option, the
Oh
hopeful,
shit.
is we're on NPR, which would be awesome, and then I can get that syndicated onto other areas. The B option is if NPR tells me to go fuck myself, which there's a very good chance they're going to just tell a 22-year-old guy who wants to talk about sports on the radio. No. But I got a guarantee that I can go broadcast on the school radio, which has its own FM and AM broadcast, which is its own radio stuff. I just would have to go through the school, which is fine. I don't mind. It's more, I'd rather be NPR.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your
Well,
plan?
shit. What?
What's
My
your
work.
plan?
I gotta clean the whole apartment, so
Oh,
to
yeah,
move
you
out.
moving?
Yeah.
Don't you move out in the next 2 weeks?
Sunday, yeah. So
Yeah, that's the worst. My
Yeah.
roommate just hit me up after I had two mofos sign the new lease that he actually might renew the lease. And I was like, bro, I just sent in the new signed lease with like the roommates I replaced you guys with.
ah, damn, jeez.
And he's like, well, I might actually stay for another year. I'm like, dude. So we sat here, like one of the guys that signed, he's like 20, his hometown's 20 minutes away. So I'm gonna have to go up to that kid and be like, hey, this ain't me. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make my friend who wants to renew talk with the kid.
Yeah, make him do it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I did everything I was supposed to. I found new roommates. I did everything. You're the one who decided a month and a half before the lease runs up that you want to stay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make his
True.
ass try to talk the kid out of joining. I'll see you. Have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday.
Yeah, you too. See you.
Peace, dog.